Recon drones spotted an enemy soldier crossing an open field toward his positions. Operators monitored his movement for some time to confirm the route and direction. Once his location was fully verified, they launched an FPV drone to intercept him. As the drone approached, the buzzing grew louder, and the soldier tried to take cover by diving into a small ditch. He covered his head with his hands and attempted to remain completely still, hoping the drone would pass by. The FPV operator maintained visual contact, aligned the drone precisely with the stationary target, and executed a controlled strike. Another FPV drone moved toward an area where enemy presence had been reported. Following the tracks left by vehicles, the operator navigated through the landscape until receiving confirmation that the target was close. The drone paused, turned toward a tree line, and spotted an enemy infantryman sitting between the trees. Once identified, the drone accelerated directly toward the soldier, who only noticed the incoming UAV in the final moments, unable to react in time. Movement of another enemy infantryman in an open field was detected by reconnaissance drones. After confirming his location, an FPV drone was launched to engage him. When the drone arrived, the operator noticed a motionless figure lying on the ground. It appeared the soldier decided to remain still, hoping the FPV would overlook him. The operator observed the position carefully, confirmed that the target was indeed attempting to avoid detection, and guided the drone toward him. The strike was carried out with precision, ending the threat. Destruction of an enemy position inside one of the buildings. An enemy soldier was observed near ruined houses, walking along a path with his gear in a bag. Realizing he was being watched, he quickly moved behind a corner to check his surroundings, unaware that the drone had been tracking him the entire time. Believing he was no longer under surveillance, he resumed walking. Meanwhile, an FPV drone had already been launched. Hearing the UAV behind him, the soldier lay down under a branch and covered his head, attempting to hide. The obstacle made the approach more challenging, but the FPV operator maneuvered carefully, lowered the drone to a precise angle, and executed the strike on the stationary target. A group of enemy soldiers was spotted walking along a path toward their positions. Once they realized a drone was nearby, they scattered in different directions. One of the soldiers appeared confused, hesitating before following one of the groups. Another was seen near a ruined building, prompting an armed drone to release a grenade that detonated nearby, injuring him. Minutes later, another group entered a partially intact shed among destroyed structures. Their position was confirmed, and a drone dropped a grenade through an opening in the roof, achieving a direct hit. A second soldier moved toward the same shed. The drone returned to reload with a more powerful munition and then delivered another accurate strike, collapsing the structure. Ukrainian defenders continued clearing enemy hideouts by dropping grenades into damaged buildings, causing internal collapses that prevented the enemy from using them again for cover or defensive positions. FPV drones destroyed the entrance of a building used by enemy forces, leaving minimal chance for anyone inside to remain unharmed. A Ukrainian drone delivered a strike into a basement where enemy soldiers had taken shelter. Garages that could potentially be used as enemy strongpoints were destroyed. Eliminating these structures makes it more difficult for enemy forces to maintain defensive lines. An FPV drone attempted to enter an enemy dugout. It reached the entrance but was blocked by wooden beams, and the explosion caused part of the entrance to collapse. A fire that started from the previous strike continued to spread inside the dugout. A second drone approached from another angle, found an alternate entrance, and detonated inside, further weakening the structure. A third FPV drone targeted the last remaining accessible passage, flew inside, and destroyed the interior completely. The video concludes with the neutralization of an enemy soldier crossing a field with a walking stick. Enemy forces had established a position inside an abandoned house. The first FPV drone flew through a corner window and detonated inside, sparking a fire. Moments later, a second drone entered a nearby window, delivering another strike. The operators continued to observe the building to determine whether any enemy fighters remained inside or would attempt to escape after the attack. A Ukrainian FPV drone targeted a potential hideout inside a residential building, damaging the interior and making the location unsafe. Shortly afterward, operators spotted an enemy soldier emerging from the basement, confirming that there were still fighters inside. A second FPV drone was dispatched, flew through the building's entrance, and detonated in the basement area, causing part of it to collapse. The team continued monitoring the scene to see whether any enemy personnel would appear after the powerful explosion. A Ukrainian FPV drone pursued a speeding enemy car carrying several soldiers. Due to the vehicle's high speed, the drone slightly overshot during the approach. The enemy fighters quickly exited the vehicle, and the FPV drone struck the now empty car. A Russian quad bike traveling toward frontline positions was detected. After turning right and stopping, the driver had no time to escape. The FPV drone struck, impacting a nearby van parked beside the quad bike. A Ukrainian FPV drone destroyed an abandoned enemy motorcycle left on the road after a failed attempt to move through the area. A compilation of destroyed enemy motorcycles follows. These vehicles were widely used for rapid movement on open terrain during assaults in the Donbas region. Despite their speed and maneuverability, Ukrainian drones repeatedly managed to intercept them. Many motorcycles were abandoned after failed breakthroughs, others were struck during movement. The footage shows various moments where FPV drones overtook motorcycles, neutralizing them and disrupting enemy mobility along the front line.